Hey guys, welcome to After Hours Erinn. I'm excited to have you here today. Today we are going to talk about Bishop's score. So yesterday we talked about induction. Bishop's score has a lot to do with understanding how well an induction can play out for us, or if our body's really ready for an induction to take. This is my cat. His name is Nightcrawler. So now you met one of my cats. So Bishop's score, I'm going to use my model pelvis. Mine has been put in my bag so many times that the front part has come apart, but it still is a good working pelvis. Don't worry, this person just probably needs surgery. It's fine. So the Bishop's score is a lot like an Apgar score, if you know what an Apgar score is. If not, we'll do a video about it. So it is a point system where there's 5 different categories where you can score anywhere from 0 to 3 points in each of these categories that has to do with your body and your baby and how ready you guys appear to be for birth. So the first 2 categories are the things that we are most familiar with, which is dilation and effacement. So dilation is for your cervix, which is the bottom part of your uterus, and it has to open up to let the baby's head through, right? So it starts out really small, and then it opens until it's big enough for a little baby head to go through. So dilation is the first one, and depending, if you have a low number of dilation, like 1, 2, or 3, you're probably going to get like 1 point. If you have like 4, 5, 6, you're going to get a higher point. 7, 8, 9, 10, going to be more points. So the more ready your body is for birth, the higher your points go. So effacement is the next one that we're very familiar with. So if your cervix is still pretty thick, you're not going to get a lot of points for that. But as the cervix begins to thin out, then you get more and more points for thinner cervix. Station is the next one. So station has to do with your baby. This is my baby doll. I think we need to have a vote on what her name is, because I've had her for like almost 4 years, and to me she's just my baby doll, but I feel like she needs a name. So station, if we look at our pelvis, okay, we have these ischial spines. They're right here. You can kind of see them. Kind of turn. Anyway, they're like your sits bones, okay? Sit on your sits bones. In relation to your ischial spines, if this is a 0 going across right here, they can measure how high or low baby's head is. Okay, so they can actually use their fingers to put one finger on an ischial spine and the other finger on baby's head and just kind of see, is it much higher, is it much lower? So if the baby is up high and floating, then you're not going to get a lot of points for that. If the baby's engaged, you'll get some points. If the baby is, further down, then you get even more points for that. The next 2 are things that we don't usually talk about outside of a medical capacity, but one of them is the consistency of your cervix. So your cervix goes from being very, very firm and tight, it's a very strong muscle and it's flexed, to very soft and mushy and able to thin out and open up. And so if you feel like your forehead is pretty firm, like, yeah, we have bones under there, but your muscle of your cervix is firm like this. And then as it gets softer, you can feel that your chin has a little bit more squish to it. And then a lot of people say it gets as soft as your nose, where it's just like, woo, no. But I feel like it's a cheek. It's really soft and just like moves anywhere around and super soft. So the softness of your cervix, believe it or not, has something to do with it. And then the last thing is the position of the cervix. So throughout pregnancy, here's our mom. She's facing this way. She's got a big belly. the cervix actually points backwards. So it's, you know, kind of like this. And that way the weight of the baby isn't pushing straight down on the cervix, because the cervix is kind of like behind the baby's head and pushing and angled backwards. But as their bodies get ready to birth, it moves down and forward, and it opens towards the front. And so as it comes from this, you know, posterior position down through midline and into this more anterior position where it's pointing straight down, now the weight of the baby actually pushes straight down on the cervix. So a lot of moms will find that if they stand up during their birth time, that the baby's head pushes on the cervix and their pressure waves or their contractions get stronger. So all of those things go together to create a Bishop's score. And these things can be determined during a vaginal exam, either during pregnancy or, well, mostly during pregnancy, to determine this Bishop's score. And it's basically a score, starts at 0. I think it can go up to like 12 to 15, something like that. I don't remember exactly. Some people have some slight modifications. If it's a first-time mom, she gets 1 less. If she has pre-E, she gets 1 more. So there's some people do modifications. Not all care providers do that, but some do. Anyway, so a score that is 9 or higher is considered a score that is good for an induction. It's a good score. It's likely that an induction will work well. If there's a score that's lower than that, can they still do things to make your baby come? Absolutely. At the hospital, they 100% can do things to make your baby come if there's a medical need to do it. But a low Bishop score, friends, it's not your friend. It's not a good time to have a low Bishop score and go in for an induction. So, anyway, there you go. There's a little bit about Bishop score. We covered a crap ton of information in this video, so I think I'm going to break it down into these ideas a little bit smaller bites for another video. Anyway, so thank you for watching. This has been After Hours Erinn. Please feel free to visit my website, makinglittlemiracles.com, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!